Hey there, welcome to Abundant Source Raw, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about your hair, your antennas, um, and how it has more to do with your health and with your consciousness than most people realize. Most people just kind of see it as something to, style up and make look nice and neat and cool and all that. But your hair is not just here for us to look nice. It does have a purpose, a very significant purpose, and you can think of them as like your little antennas, and they are basically receptors for energy. And so if you are cutting your hair, you're basically cutting off a portion of your energy receptors and a way for your body to communicate with itself. You know, people are always cutting and straightening their hair, and it's like they are pretty much mutilating and burning a very important sensory device that your body uses to communicate with itself and to gather information and to gather energy. And so people are just destroying their hair in all different kinds of ways, different dyes and unnatural coloring, shampoo, just taking a shower and fluoridated water is going to be terrible for the hair. And so we're basically numbing the senses of our body and the senses of our hair. And the hair is attached to different nerve endings in the body, and are basically extensions of your nervous system. You're basically cutting a portion of what gives signals to your nervous system. So I decided a while ago, even before I knew all of this, that I really didn't want to cut my hair. I wanted to try and be as natural as possible and just let it grow. And there's definitely kind of been a little bit of sort of unsureness, I guess, for lack of a better word, about whether I should keep growing my hair, because I know that when I'm struggling and things like that, and I know that I could go back to one of my jobs. I used to be a valet, and it paid really nicely, and it was a pretty easy job, and I fairly enjoyed it. But you got to be clean shaven, you got to have a clean shaven head, can't have any long hair. And so there's so many times when I just thought, dang, should I just cut my hair and go back to that and make some easy money and all that, and give in to that and just let go of this idea of trying to be totally natural right now. So that's come up for me a lot, but I'm so glad that I didn't give in, because I now know just how important my hair is, and I really hope to never cut it again, because I really value my health more than I value trying to make money. And I want to be basically as sensitive as possible. I don't want to numb the senses of my body. I want, every part of your body has been given to you for a reason, and it grows naturally, and it is the way it's supposed to without you messing with it. It's there for a purpose, everything. And your hair is no exception. Your hair, I mean, it's incredible. Human beings have something that no other animals on this planet have, this super long, crazy long hair that just keeps on growing. And there is a certain point that it does stop. There's a point where it kind of reaches its peak, and so once you get to that point, it's like your hair has reached maturity, and now you've just got a super sensitized device, antennas, for totally bringing in energy and things like that, and really giving you a greater sense of basically everything. And as far as the dreads, I think I started them maybe about a year and a half ago, maybe close to 2 years now, and that I got inspired by Mikkel from Sweet Natural Living, and he had the long dreads for a long time, and I didn't know that dreads just happen naturally if you just didn't touch your hair, and so that sounded really cool to me. And then I thought, well, shoot, I imagined that pretty much every human being on the planet had dreads, back before we invented combs. You know, I'm sure that there were humans that brushed their hair with their hands and kind of gave each other massages and, you know, gently did that with their hands every once in a while, but it really is hard to keep your hair undreaded if you aren't combing it every day. I mean, it will start to dread pretty quickly if you don't touch it. So I do imagine that most humans in the past all were basically dreaded. And it doesn't matter what type of hair you can have the straightest hair on the planet, and it will still dread if you leave it alone. And so there is importance, there is a reason for that as well. When your hair basically coils up like this, it becomes even more, basically more sensitized and I guess more powerful. It becomes an even greater receptor for energy and things like that. You know, we're always receiving solar energy from the sun, and that's going into our hair. And you know, we're receiving tons of awesome energy from you know, just the sun, the prana, all around us, everything, even other people. And that's why you'll see, at least one of the reasons why you'll see a lot of these yogis and stuff who have the long hair, who have them up and you know, protected basically. They're basically protecting their hair. At least this is some of the reason that why they do it. Because, you know, when you've got this long dreaded hair, you're super sensitized to other people's energies, and so sometimes it can be too much when you are in like a city or in a place with a bunch of people and they've all got all these different energies and they're kind of bombarding you, and you're super sensitive to it because you've got these amazing receptors that you haven't touched or, you know, killed or anything like that, and so it picks up on all that. So it's kind of protection for themselves, for their own energy, so that way it doesn't get influenced by these sort of less enlightened energies from other people. You know, it seems really strange that cutting your hair is so big, and you know, it's almost looked down on in certain places if you don't have a clean cut hair, and you know, you let it grow like this. Most people still look at you like you're a little weird. And it's so weird that cutting your hair has become so big. Why wouldn't you just leave it natural and leave it the way that it was created? And to be honest with you, I somewhat believe that a big portion of why it's so big, you know, in our culture is that there are people that know this. There are people that know that the hair has significance, and they're trying to sort of suppress that and promote clean shaven hair, so that way, you know, we are less connected to our environment and to the source and to oneness, and so that way we're not gathering as much energy to, you know, open up the pineal gland and to be able to just feel energy at the level that human beings are supposed to be able to feel energy. There's so many different ways that humans are being suppressed from feeling, you know, the natural power that we're naturally supposed to have. And cutting your hair is just one of those. And now I'm not saying that you can't become incredibly zen and feel connected to everything if you are cutting your hair. I'm just saying it makes it a lot easier to receive energy and all that if you just leave it alone. You know, it's more about mindset and meditation and you know, your own personal growth that's going to be the most beneficial to you. But leaving your hair alone and letting it grow and also letting it lock up will just be that much more beneficial to you, and will help you to receive that much more energy for getting connected. And I'm growing my beard out a little bit, but I do shave that because I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little strange. It doesn't come out right. I have a lot of silver hairs. It's almost like I still have childish peach fuzz all over the place, and I just can't seem to grow it that well. And it looks a little strange, but I think I'm gonna try and grow it out further and see what happens and see what it looks like, because I really don't want to cut it. You know, I kind of enjoy my little styled whatever this is, my goat goatee, but I would rather have a full beard. So I'm just gonna leave it alone for a little bit, I think, and see what that looks like. So I think that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe for more videos on fruitarianism, spirituality, and natural living, and I'll talk with you in the next video. Thank you for watching.